Hello guys. Welcome to our channel, McCourt Engineering Information. Hope you all are doing well. In today's video is gonna be about Game Development 2022. So let's get right into the video. If you don't subscribe to our channel, please subscribe and share the past videos and new upcoming videos. Let's start. Game development is the art of creating games and describes the design, development and release of a game. It may involve concept generation, design, build, test and release. While you create a game, it is important to think about the game mechanics, rewards, player engagement and level design. A game developer could be a programmer, a sound designer, an artist, a designer or many other roles available in the industry. Game development can be undertaken by a large game development studio or by a single individual. It can be as small or large as you like, as long as it lets the player interact with content and is able to manipulate the game's elements. You can call it a game. To get involved in the game development process, you do not need to write code. Artists may create and design assets, while a developer might focus on programming a health bar. A tester may get involved to see that the game works as expected. To resolve problems that game frameworks had, tools like LiveGDX and OpenGL were developed. They help game development to be a lot faster and easier, providing lots of pre-made functions and features. However, it was still hard to enter the industry or understand a framework for someone coming from a non-programmer background, a common case in the game development scene. That was when game engines like Construct, GameMaker, Unity and Unreal were developed. Generally, an engine has everything that a framework had, but with a more friendly approach by using a graphic user interface key and helping with the graphic development of the game. In some cases, like GameMaker and Construct, the amount of pre-made functions are so big that people with no previous programming skills could build a game from scratch, really expanding the scene and making game development accessible for almost anyone. Game engines. Many developers choose to develop a game using a game development engine. Game engines can make the process of creating a game much easier and enable developers to reuse lots of functionality. It also takes care of rendering for 2D and 3D graphics, physics and collision detection, sound, scripting and much more. Some game engines have a very steep learning curve, such as CryEngine or Unreal Engine. Yet, other tools are very accessible to beginners and some do not even need you to be able to write code to create your game, e.g. Construct 2. The Unity game engine ranges somewhere in the middle. While it is beginner-friendly, some popular and commercial games have been built using Unity, example Overcooked, Superhot. The Buildbox game engine is basically for developing hyper-casual games. Typical game engines: CryEngine, Unreal Engine, Unity game engine, GameMaker, Construct 2 or 3, Twine Source, Frostbite, Buildbox. Overall, the most popular languages for game development are C++, Java, C#, Python, JavaScript, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're the best languages for game development, just that they're the most popular game programming languages. Now, we'll take a deeper look at these popular options, their pros, their cons, and how you can get started. 1. C++. C++ is a powerful object-oriented language widely used in game development. While it can be difficult to learn, it earns its position through ubiquity. It's supported by most game development kits and frameworks. Pros of C++: fast and efficient, widely supported by JDKs and frameworks, large community of programmers and open source code. Cons of C++: complex and difficult for beginners. Many game developers specifically have moved on to newer languages, game development systems that use C++, Unreal Engine, Godot, CryEngine 2. Java is a reliable and portable cross-platform language used to create games that can be played across a multitude of platforms. It is relatively easy to learn and supports a large community of developers. Wanna learn Java online? Check out the best Java tutorials. Pros of Java: easy to learn and use cross-platform. Games can be played on multiple platforms. Cons of Java: slower than some other languages due to how it's interpreted, older language and deprecated in some developers' eyes. Game development systems that use Java: J2, JMencAngine, LiveGDX 3. C# is an all-purpose language similar to both Java and other C-class languages. It is widely used in game development and offers high performance. At the same time, it has a higher barrier to entry than many simpler game development languages. Pros of C#: fast and efficient, frequently used for mobile game development. Cons of C# can be complex and difficult to learn, especially compared to languages like Python or JavaScript. Game development systems that use C#, Unity, Godot, Hero Engine 4. Python is a widely used, easy-to-learn language that offers high readability. It is frequently used in game development and is also popular for artificial intelligence and machine learning applications. Pros of Python: easy to learn and use, the versatile language that can be used for many different applications. Cons of Python: slower than some other languages due to how it's interpreted. Game development systems that use Python: Pygame, Ren.py, Godot, Engine 5. JavaScript is a versatile language used to create games as well as robust web applications. It is easy to learn and use, making it popular for beginner programmers. However, it can be held back a bit because it is mostly a web-first language. Pros of JavaScript: easy to learn and use, popular for creating browser-based games. Cons of JavaScript: slower than some other languages, mostly used for web development. Game development systems that use JavaScript: Phaser, Melanges, Engine 6. Lua is a lightweight, easy language popular in game development. It is frequently used as a scripting language for games, especially simpler games that may not require intense visuals or in-depth programming. Pros of Lua: easy to learn and use, popular for mobile game development. Cons of Lua: doesn't have the capabilities of many other, more robust languages. Game development systems that use Lua: WorldForge, Cocos 2D, Craft Studio, GameMaker language, GML. GML is a proprietary language used in the popular game development system GameMaker Studio. It is easy to learn and use, making it popular for beginner programmers. Unfortunately, GML is only used in GameMaker Studio, so these skills don't transfer to another platform. Pros of GML: easy to learn and use, can be used to create games for multiple platforms that GameMaker Studio will compile to. Cons of GML: can only be used with GameMaker Studio proprietary language. Game development systems that use GML: GameMaker Studio 7. Swift is a new language created by Apple. It is frequently used for iOS game development, but it can be used to create many types of mobile applications. It's frequently sought after by game development companies because it is relatively new.